Real quick video here. Let's talk about something that the market did yesterday. Now, I mentioned this while I was live trading on the stream, so if you were watching, you know that I mentioned this. But let's talk about what the NQ did. We're looking at yesterday's price action. The horizontal or vertical lines that you see here, this is the start of the market and this is the close of the cash market. And we're looking at the NQ on the 5-minute chart. What I really want to ask you is, why did the market stop right here? Why did it stop right here? And then why did it retest right here? Now, you might be saying, hey, there's a line right there. It's pretty obvious. It stopped right at that line. And you're right. This is one of the indicators that we use in the RexDog system here, this red to green line that you see here. But this is something I want to make a point, and I highlighted this, and I'll do more videos on this here in the future. This is why when the cash market is open, you need to have probably the index open if the index exists for that ticker that you're trading, especially in the futures market. Now let's pull up the actual index chart, the cash market. So if we pull up the index chart, this is the chart on the left. You'll see first up, let's just recap what happened on the open. Obviously it gapped up here. So we're looking at the index, it gapped up. And then right at the OR close, what did it do? And for those that trade the system and that know what that yellow line is, that is the RDA, the RexDog average. It's actually a free indicator you can download on TradingView. You'll see a link down below in the description if you're new. So you'll see here, what did it do? It tested the RDA, and then it did a double test of the RDA right there. It held up. And then the rest of the day was bias and momentum long. And I actually mentioned this on the stream. This is something that you want to be consistently doing. You want to be projecting out, how would that trade day look? What would the momentum and the bias of that trade day look like if you were to go at the end of the day and look at it? I often do this in charts. I say you should do this all the time. You should mark up charts. You should look at the trading day. And you should see how your system did. Well, I said really at this specific time, I remember saying on the stream, I said, this is going to be one of those days you're going to look back on the chart and you're going to say, there really was only a few times I should have been short. This is a momentum and bias long day. It'll be so obvious when you look back on it. So to answer that question, oftentimes I see the question, why did price go up? Why did price stop here? Well, I can say distinctly that the cash market, the NDX, stopped there because it was an RDA check to see whether or not it wanted to stay bias long. And then here, on this actual candle here, what did it do? It recaptured momentum. There was no time after that except for 1 or 2 times you should have been short. It was a bias and momentum long day the rest of the day. And in our 4-chart setup, which we trade, the 4-chart setup clearly said this as well. If you look at the 4-chart setup, and this is what I would suggest you do, if you're an alpha member, you need to do this. You need to look at this exact area on the 4-chart setup, look at that pattern, because you're going to see it time and time again. So here's the next best thing to do. You'll find links to everything down below. If you're not a member of Discord or Telegram, you want to join that. If you want to trade the single best trade system on the planet, the RexDog trading system, you'll find a link to the website. You can learn everything about it there. If you are ready to get started, you'll see a link that says, or a button that says get started now. Fill out that form. I like to talk to everybody before they get started with the training, just to make sure it's a fit. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Also, subscribe here on YouTube if you're not subscribed.